个送破了这个。
各位觀眾大家好啊！歡迎大家再一次嚟到綠豆嘅直播啊！我係周萬聰。咁啊，聲音畫面有冇問題啊？咁啊，如果有問題或者冇問題嘅朋友咧，都喺留言嗰度咧，報話翻俾我哋聽。咁啊，如果有問題嘅話咧，我哋有工作人員咧就會喺後邊咧會處理翻㗎啦。咁今日咧，我哋就再一次咧喺倫敦皇家鑄幣廠舊址呢一個位置咧，就再一次咧進行直播。今日咧喺呢一度咧，亦都有再一次咧，繼2月之後咧。再有一個咧係大規模嘅集會，就係反對中國咧打算喺呢個地方咧就係去興建呢一個嘅超級大使館嘅。咁啊，今日呢一個嘅活動啦，都係有幾個嘅有多個嘅在英港人組織啦，咁亦都有其他嘅族群，例如係西藏啦、台灣啦，同埋咧係維吾爾族等等關注人權嘅組織咧，一齊去籌劃今次嘅活動嘅。咁啊，一息間咧嗰個嘅集會就差唔多開始㗎啦，而家就已經去到係英國時間嘅下晝3點啦。咁啊，稍後咧就會先有咧係幾位嘅國會議員咧就會係上台發言嘅。咁啊，之前已經同我會嚟到嘅咧就包括有保守黨嘅影子大臣啦，Kevin Hardwick 啦。另外咧，亦都有咧係自由民主黨嘅國會下議院議員 Luke Taylor 泰勒嘅。咁啊，泰勒咧佢本身所屬嘅選區咧就係位於倫敦西南嘅 Sutton and Chin 啦。咁啊，嗰一個位置咧亦都有好多嘅香港人去聚居嘅。另外咧，亦都有咧係前保守黨嘅黨魁啦，施志安啦。咁佢喺2月8號嗰一次嘅集會嘅時候咧，亦都有咧係上台發言。咁另外亦都有係國會上議院嘅議員 Lord Betham 啦。咁另外亦都有一位咧係前英國法官，咁佢而家就係維吾爾特別法庭主席啊，就係 Jeffrey Nice 咧，都會係嚟到呢一度咧係講話嘅。咁啊喺上一次2月8號嘅集會啦，咁啊大會就講到咧就係有4000人參加啦，咁而警方咧，倫敦警察廳咧就估計咧當時咧係有3500人去參加嘅。咁啊上一次咧就嗰一個嘅警方嘅安排咧，主要就係將嗰個示威區咧就係劃咗喺咧係皇家鑄幣廠舊址對出呢一個嘅我而家所身處嘅行人路嘅位置。咁啊當時最初咧就並冇咧係將一啲嘅馬路封閉嘅。咁但係因為呢個位置其實咧就唔係能夠容納到好多人嘅啫。咁啊幾百人喺呢度嘅時候咧，其實都已經咧係會逼爆。咁所以其實咧上一次咧就係比較多嘅集會者咧都係冇辦法入到示威區，然後跟住咧佢哋就要行咗出馬路，咁所以咧就令到咧啱啱呢一個位咧，即係 Tower Hill 出邊一個嘅即係交界位置咧，嗰個交通咧一度咧都係癱瘓咗咧，係接近都超過1個鐘頭。咁今日警方嗰個部署就有少少唔同啦，咁咧就喺而家喺我嘅大家望到我嘅右手邊啦嚇，即係鏡頭嘅左手邊咧，嗰一條嘅Mansell Street 咧就係警方今日咧就係已經係封閉咗，就劃咗成咧就係一個嘅即係人群嘅聚集區域，咁亦都有一啲嘅鐵欄咧去圍住咗啦。咁呢一個做法咧就係其實佢就確保到咧喺近例如係塔橋啦、Tower Hill 地鐵站附近啦嗰啲嘅街道咧都唔會咧係有一啲嘅示威者咧係去即係佔領，咁啊亦都唔會令到咧係倫敦，例如由倫敦東邊去到呢個倫敦市中心，又或者咧喺 Tower Bridge 塔橋嗰一邊南北行嘅一啲嘅即係車咧係會受阻。咁啊暫時嚟講咧出邊嘅交通咧都係即係暫時都係暢順嘅。咁啊可以簡單同大家講一講翻啦，喺上一次2月8號嘅集會去到而家為止有一啲嘅事態發展啦。咁喺2月8號嘅集會之後冇幾耐啦，喺2月中旬嘅時候啦，倫敦嘅規劃部門咧就舉行咗係6日嘅聽證會，就係收集翻咧各界對於超級使館嘅一啲意見嘅。咁當中最令人關注最大嘅政見咧，就係咧曾經喺2022同埋2024年2度去表達反對立場。咁啊舊皇家鑄幣廠所在地嘅塔斯市議會咧，佢哋就喺聽證會上面咧就係撤回咗佢哋嘅反對立場嘅。咁佢哋嗰個代表喺會上就提到啦，因為咧倫敦警察廳就會再去提出一啲嘅反對啦。咁所以咧佢哋就話，如果佢哋喺而家呢一刻，既然倫敦警方都唔再去繼續堅持反對嘅時候咧，若果市議會繼續去反對嘅咧，就會係一個不負責任嘅做法。咁所以喺一個咁樣嘅情況之下咧，佢哋就唯有咧係要去撤回咧原先嗰個嘅反對立場。咁亦都大家可以去理解為咧就係一種少少嘅被動地咧去撤 回嗰個反對。咁而倫敦警察廳嘅代表咧，亦都喺個聽證會上邊咧，去提到咧，佢哋咧係喺舊年嘅12月咧，就係收到中方嗰一邊去交俾佢哋一份喺2022年透過顧問公司所做嘅一份嘅報告。咁而嗰一份嘅報告其中一個重點咧，就係提到咧喺呢一個嘅鑄幣廠出邊嘅地方，若果日後有呢一個嘅示威活動嘅話咧，容納到嘅人數咧係可以去到2000人，咁而就唔係咧最初即係警方或者係其他一啲嘅報告咧所提到嘅100人。咁100同埋2000呢一個數字就相當之大啦。咁所以咧喺聽證會上主持嗰一次聽證會嘅規劃檢察專員施雅臣咧，都提出咗一個質疑：點解突然間由100可以去多到2000咁樣咧？咁倫敦警察廳嘅代表咧就喺會上咧就講到啦，2000人呢個數咧，根據翻個報告咧，就係根據翻如果喺鑄幣廠周邊嗰一個行人路圍住個鑄幣廠沿住嗰個行人路咧，2000人呢一個數量咧係可以容納得到嘅。不過警方亦都去提到一樣嘢啦，就話佢哋經過喺實地評估之後咧，佢哋都會認為咧，如果日後呢一個位置係有示威活動發生嘅時候咧，多數人咧都會好似而家喺我身處嘅呢一個位置正門對出嘅位置咧係做呢一個示威活動嘅。咁所以警方係根據翻呢個評估集會中嗰個人群密度之後咧，如果喺不佔用道路嘅情況之下咧，大約就可以企到500人。咁即係換句話講咧，倫敦警察廳咧，佢都唔係完全咧去接受晒咧成個報告入邊所講嗰個2000人嗰個評估。咁但係警方亦都同時咧就撤回咗反對嘅嗰個嘅反對嘅嗰一個嘅立場咁樣。咁警方代表強調啦，根據翻即係上次啦2月8號嗰一個示威啦，雖然示威者有啲曾經咧都係走咗出馬路，亦都曾經咧係令到附近嘅交通有一啲阻塞。咁但係經過上一次嘅經驗之後咧，倫敦警察廳係覺得咧，即使即係大使館係重置喺呢一度，而將來亦都有一啲示威活動係可能有幾百甚至過千人，或者好似上一次2月8號嗰次咁多人嘅時候咧，警方咧都係有足夠嘅人手啦、足夠嘅警力咧，可以去應付得到嘅。咁喺嗰個聽證會上邊啦，除咗係市議會去撤回咗反對立場之外咧，另外呢個嘅皇家鑄幣廠居民協會咧都有提到咧，就係佢哋咧都依然係堅持咧係反對喺呢個地方咧就係重置呢個使館嘅。咁主要就係話，因為嗰度都有啲民居啦，亦都同民居咧係相當之接近。咁無論係人潮啦，或者係交通嗰個影響咧都會好大嘅。咁而另外咧喺呢一個嘅鑄幣廠嘅東南面啦，咁嗰度有一個咧就係叫做聖 Catherine Dock Marina 聖凱撒林碼頭啊。咁嗰度嘅代表亦都咧喺嗰個嘅聽證會上邊咧提出咗咧係反對嘅，因為佢就話咧呢一個位置咧其實就好近Tower of London 啦，喺倫敦以至成個英國其中一個好重要嘅景點啦，亦都係好近嘅呢個 Tower Bridge 塔橋嗰度啦。呢一頭咧其實會有好多嘅遊客咧係出入嘅。如果想一個大嘅示威喺呢一度嘅話咧，其實係會構成嗰個安全風險，所以就亦都咧係會影響到交通。反對嘅一啲嘅意見咧，佢哋就都澄清翻一樣嘢啦，即係佢哋就唔係話針對話即係呢度係因為係一個中國嘅大使館啊，即係佢哋就係話，如果就算係其他國家喺呢一個地方去起一個咁大嘅使館咧，其實佢哋嘅立場咧都係一樣嘅。咁除咗一啲反對聲音之外啦，咁喺一個聽證會入邊咧，亦都有一啲係支持嘅意見啦。咁例如有中方嘅代表啦，即係佢提到咧，就係話咧呢個規劃檢察專員咧喺考慮成個嘅計劃嘅時候咧，應該係只係諗規劃嘅問題，而唔應該咧係將一啲例如政治啊或者其他嘅因素咧去擺入邊。咁而另外有一啲嘅即係中方嘅顧問啦，就提到啦即係呢一個嘅大使館咧，其實佢落成之後咧係可以咧為英國帶嚟長遠嘅經濟或者甚至係即係外交利益。咁就而一啲嘅例如中銀啦喺英國分行嘅代表啦，都提到咧呢一個新使館計劃咧可以咧帶動到 整體嘅經濟發展，亦都可以增加就業。咁啊，佢哋就講到啦，即係成件事發展到而家啊，變成咗好似一個政治操控咧，佢哋覺得咧係有啲唔好公平嘅。咁啊，嗰6日嘅聽證會完結之後咧，主持呢個會議嘅規劃檢察專員施雅晨咧，就稍後咧就會去撰寫一份報告。份報告咧就會之後咧就交俾咧係負責今次試管規劃嘅副首相兼房屋大臣韋亞林咧去參考嘅。咁啊，報告入邊咧，佢可以係有作出即係幾個可能啦嚇，佢可以係提出一個所謂建議啦，或即係一個支持啦，一個反對啦，或者係有條件反對嘅。不過咧，呢一個嘅報告咧，佢並冇一個叫約束力。咁最後咧，工黨政府即係處理今次事件嘅副首相韋亞林咧，佢係有全權嘅最終決定，究竟會唔會批准即係中方咧係喺呢一個地方咧係重置試點嘅？咁啊，今日嚟到嘅集會人士都而家見到越嚟越多啦嚇！而家時間去到下晝嘅3點10分，咁稍後咧亦都有幾位嘅國會議員啦，都會係輪流上台發言嘅。咁我哋就繼續喺呢一度同大家咧係跟進住呢度嘅集會情況。咁稍後咧再同大家咧係報導。究竟會唔會批准即係中方咧係喺呢個地方咧係重置試點嘅？咁啊，今日嚟到嘅集會人士都而家越嚟越多啦，而家時間去到下晝嘅3點10分，稍後咧有幾位嘅國會議員啦，都會係我哋就繼續喺呢一度同大家咧係跟進住呢個嘅集會情況。
为什么怕脚啊？这介绍你来的。为什么要怕脚人来？
我不是，我是在这里转悠来的。
在这里干什么？但是你为什么要怕别人的照片那个？
你怕什么？
你在那街婆啫嘛，係咁影我哋大頭相，跟住又唔影我，你嚟做乜嘢喎？
你喺度遊行嘅，
喺度做乜嘢啊？
你又喺度遊行嘅，你又喺度幫手嘅，你做乜走啊？收手啊！我影人大頭相，影人相，發大陸啦！影佢啊！手機。喂，你知唔知相先喎？影大頭。攞手機出嚟。大頭做乜啊 ？Show the mobile phone, please. You show the mobile phone, please. 拿出嚟。拿出嚟啊 ！Show the mobile phone, please. 拿出嚟啊！影人大頭相，收的 photo 是要多少钱？我是受中间钱，受30钱啊，你知道吗？你拿证件出来，拿出来啊！不是，我们要看你的电话拿去，电话你自己愿意的话可以拿出来，你不开心的话，我可以找警察处理。如果你觉得你可以的话，你就现在可以给我们看一下。好，你是有自由的。你把我的都删了，行吗？你可以给我们看一下吗？看一下我没有码吗？我是受中共警察迫害，我也是。没事，就大家安心了。我看过去的，我们就是的。我也是地方教会，他们就是你们谢谢你的支持，但是大家有一些。我来的目的，你睇下有冇放鏡？放寬都冇得啊！大家相信我哋講，我哋負責睇啦，大家唔好唔去鬧我哋會我哋會睇埋，我哋睇。好，唔該晒。唔該晒啊，真係。呢個啲新字啲都要自己買啊。唔得講，我哋都要自己買。開過。
你们把我的
我觉得呢，比较安全的就是把它删除。你现在能做吗？
能可以。我也是受中共政府
现在看到你要删除的。
我根本我
没事，你先删除吧。
手機上邊
是你願意的事情是嗎？
因為頭先都有
是我自由，我來了，我也是发生没照片。
这个我觉得好像不太好吧。
而家現場咧就有
安全一點。
會員啦，
有回收桶的嗎？你這個電話
表達翻嚟佢哋
試一下。
反對呢一個嘅中國喺呢一個地方救國家嘅民主。
這個是你朋友嗎？
這是我朋友，這是我朋友。
哪裡？在哪裡？啊？在哪裡？
我這裡。我刪出來。刪了。
要佢離開，因為男士咧就上個現場，咁就俾其他嘅人咧就阻止咗。
這些都是你朋友嗎？
暫時都2分鐘，
但是你們不用，我刪。
Security services, the people who are responsible for cyber security in this country, who are deeply worried about this development. Not just the fact we have the CCP influence here, but the scale of this. Thousands of people in that building there who are clearly going to be charged with the responsibility of identifying and securing sensitive government information. It is economic espionage. It is our tech and our research information. All those things are at risk. That's much better. Thank you very much. And of course, when we wrote to the Prime Minister on this on the 25th of January to set out our concerns, we got a letter back only a couple of days ago from Angela Rayner, the Deputy Prime Minister. And it's basically almost every senior person in government, the Prime Minister, the Deputy Prime Minister, the Home Secretary, the Foreign Secretary, have all involved themselves in this. They're idiots, quite right. And they know not what they do. They quote in the letter back to us, the reason she said, Angela Rayner said she called in this application was twofold. One was because the Foreign Secretary asked her to, because you can't involve herself, you can't do that as Secretary of State when it involves a foreign government, clearly implying that this is something we want to do in China's interest. And the other reason, she said, is because of a letter from Innovate UK. Through a freedom of information request, we saw the fact Innovate UK have great concerns about this, quite rightly, on defence and national security grounds. Yet they use that as a reason why they call this application in. It is totally wrong. This application must be rejected. The British public, 77% in a poll I saw of the British public are against this application, against this development. We are too. We'll do everything we possibly can to campaign against it. And even if it's granted permission, it's consent for the planning consent, then we'll still continue to campaign against it. And I know you will too. Thank you.
Hello. Is everyone hearing okay? Yeah? Good. So thank you very much, Kevin. And now I'd like to introduce Luke Taylor, MP, the Liberal Democrat spokesperson for London. Luke, please.
Thank you very much. QE and here we go. I'm a funny colour because I've been at the Hindu Festival of Holi this morning, which was incredible in my constituency. in Sutton. We are so lucky in Sutton to have such an incredible community of Hong Kongers there, and it's brilliant to see many of you here today, and I am proud to be here on your behalf to speak at this protest. Human rights, freedom of speech and worship and artistic expression and the rule of law, these are not just words, and nor are they optimistic values. They are the cornerstone of a just international order. After the Second World War, nations and people spanning the circumference of our world came together to do something special and beautiful. And we laid that cornerstone at the very foundation of our systems. It's tempting to think that recent efforts to chip away at those foundations are a new thing. Or that these steps show warning signs of a centre that cannot hold. The creaking sounds that come before a collapse. But that's not true. We've always had to fight for freedom. We've always had to stand up to tyranny and oppression. It's in the struggle that we renew our commitment to these values of freedom. And we preserve the foundations for another generation. My party, the Liberal Democrats, have always believed that Britain's role in this world is to embody a liberal, open, democratic and internationalist foreign policy. And it's those values that lead me to stand in front of you today. And I say proudly, I am an ally of the people of Hong Kong. Now, this isn't just because we share a Commonwealth history, and it's not just because many of you are British passport holders, but because we're all human beings, and we all deserve democracy. We all deserve liberty, and we all deserve security. This protest today is in the great tradition of that British pursuit of liberal values. And I'm so proud to see so many of you from Sutton and beyond standing here before us. No matter the risks and no matter the cost, because I know that many of you fear impact and repression upon your families and friends in Hong Kong by the Chinese and Hong Kong governments. And that's why many of you are hiding your faces today. That's how much you fear the actions of the CCP here and abroad on you and your families. And that's why this process is so important today. So seeing those faces, seeing those hidden faces, reminds me, and it should remind every member of Parliament, that we must never be afraid to tell foreign governments in our dealings with them that we will not stand idly by whilst liberty is under attack. We will call it out whenever we see it, and efforts to enforce their repression on our streets, to bring their transnational repression to our own communities, are a grave violation of our trust, of international security, and are not acceptable under any circumstances. My party firmly believes that we must take a strong stance against the CCP and champion the rights of the people that it seeks to silence. So I assure you today, the plans for the embassy's relocation here will be opposed by my party. And we will continue to hold the government to account to ensure that activities like the bounties on your brave activists are protested and stopped. On behalf of all of you, because in each of us lives the calling of conscience, and we cannot shrink from it. We must let it guide us towards a just, liberal, and peaceful international order. Thank you for allowing me to speak to you today, and thank you for your protest.
Thank you, Luke. Now we'll introduce Bobby Dean, the Liberal Democrats MP for Castleton and Wallington. Bobby, please. Thank you.
Thank you. I wanted to explain to you my reasons for being here today. On the face of it, I'm here because I have thousands of Hong Konger constituents, and I'm here to be their voice. I'm also here today in my capacity of Vice Chair of the All-Party Parliamentary Group for Hong Kong. But the real reason I'm here stretches all the way back to my childhood. When I was young, I was always fascinated by the world and the unfairness in it. Etched into my memory were images of desperate poverty in Africa and young girls in Afghanistan without rights. And it never sat well with me. I always asked myself how and why. How is it that on the same planet people could live so differently? And why is it that opportunity wasn't the same for everybody? And so before my career started last year in Parliament, my career was in international development. Because I'd grown up with the impression that over time things got better. That people got more access to healthcare and education. They earned more rights, and that freedoms received ever greater, more protection. And I wanted to be a part of that. And so I also volunteered with human rights organisations across the world and worked with young political activists. And I did all that because I wanted to be part of that slow march towards progress. But in that work, an ugly truth was revealed to me. In 2012, I was in Istanbul with young Turks who were telling me about the backsliding happening under President Erdogan and his increasingly authoritarian rule. In 2014, I was in Ukraine, and young Ukrainians were telling me in Kyiv not to believe Vladimir Putin and to understand his true intentions for their country. In Morocco, in Jordan, in Tunisia and Egypt, I watched the Arab Spring and democracy rise up as quickly as it fell away. And in all those experiences, I learned a couple of things. The first is that there is nothing inevitable about progress, and that things go backwards as well. And the second is that you have to listen to the people on the ground. They're the one who know their realities best, and you should heed their warnings very early. Now, it's 2025, and a lot of that might seem quite obvious to a lot of us. There's a lot of chaos and conflict in the world, and the stories I just told you in hindsight seem so straightforward. And yet, we're about to make the same mistake again. We're standing outside a gift, a giant gift the size of a super embassy to China. And yet we know what China is responsible for. We've seen them tear apart the joint declaration. We've seen them put bounties on the heads of citizens in this country who are saying that they want to live in peace and with freedom. And you can leave aside some of the other concerns about this site, the security concerns well founded by our intelligence agencies and by the US Congress, or the logistical challenges of this site. Apparently the police say that protests could go ahead here, and last time was a one-off. Well, I think we've proven them wrong today upon that point. But more broadly, I want to talk about the status symbol that this would gift to China. The largest Chinese embassy in Europe. A great big welcome mat, inviting them in to dust off their feet and say that this is their home, despite the knowledge of all of what I've just said. And what is it all for? It's for the tiniest bit of leverage in a trade negotiation that is always going to be settled on the economic realities of those two countries. Why? Why are we offering them this small gift in exchange for risking our national security? In exchange for giving up our values and principles that this country's been built on, in exchange for the international law that we worked so hard to set? Why are we doing that? I'm here today to say no to all of that. And I'm here to say yes to freedom. Because I might not have that same naive optimism I had as a child, but I still feel as motivated today as I did then to stand by those principles. I thank you for coming here today to stand alongside them too. Let's stand for freedom.
Thank you very much indeed, Bobby. And finally, please welcome Sir Ian Duncan-Smith, former Conservative Party leader and former Secretary of State for Work and Pensions.
I am here because I am sanctioned by the Chinese government because we stood up for the Uyghur who are in genocide, and I believe in freedom. Many of you are here because you have fled this authoritarian regime that has stolen your rights, stolen your freedom of speech, and stolen your ability to ever have a protest in Hong Kong like this. Shame on you, the Chinese government. And up in the Mint, in the very building that they want as an embassy right now, they are photographing all of you to take the records back to their government and try and seek you out. Let's all wave to them now and tell them we believe in freedom. Give them a big wave. I do not understand why a British government elected by a free people in a democracy governed by the rule of law and freedom of speech, how can this government, as it watches as Chinese government puts illegal police stations in the United Kingdom, how can they believe that they can do a deal with a government that lies to them every single day? How can they do business with a government that puts a Confucius Institute into our universities to spy on all of you and to hound any Chinese student that ever says anything against the Chinese government? How can they believe in that? And how can they think that a Chinese government will stand by its agreements when this is the same government that has stolen the freedom of the Chinese people in Hong Kong, who had a treaty, an international treaty, and they simply tore it up, moved in, and arrested so many of you and your families? Shame on the government if they believe that. You are here because you are brave. You know that there are in the crowd, there are some people who are busy trying to figure out who is here and take their names. Out there in the community, we now know that the Chinese government is trying to get British people who are neighbors of any of you who have bounties on your head to spy on you and take you to the embassy so they can arrest you. That is exactly what they are about. They do not believe in freedom. They do not believe in justice. They do not believe in free speech or the ability to congregate. And yet the British government, that is founded on all of those, runs to China in a pose that's kowtow to them and begs them to take over this country with their money. That must never, ever happen. This embassy that they want, they must never have. It is a historical site, first of all. It is the foundation of our currency. No other country would give that away. It has a historical element in it as well, of an old church. And they'll never be able to get access to that ever again to see it. Their China has said no. And most of all, there are British citizens, over 200 of them, living on this site. The British government has abandoned them. Shame on you for forgetting about your own people. Everywhere that China goes, when they found a mega embassy, what do we know? That attacks on Chinese dissidents in that country increased dramatically as they put more and more of their spies into this sort of place and hunt you down. I am a British politician. We are of all different parties. We believe together that we work together to protect the freedom of all of those who live in this country, whatever their backgrounds are. I swear to you here today, we will not give up. We will fight this idea of a super embassy here, and we will fight for your freedoms.
Thank you, Sir Ian, and thank you very much to all of my 5 speakers. And before I hand things over to our co-organizer, 光復香港！光復香港！ Thank you.
Okay, so this is the second part of our speech, and it's the activist group, and these are the co-organizers. And so we have several chants, and then I think they have already shared on our media. So
對中政策跨國會嘅聯盟主席同埋前保守黨黨魁薛志安啦，咁亦都有御用大律師前英國法官咧 Sir Jeffrey Rice 嘅。咁喺呢度咧，我哋綜合講一講咧，佢哋幾位嘅政治人物咧，分別係講過啲乜嘢嘅內容啦。咁其中咧就係保守黨國會議員、地方發展、房屋同埋社區影子大臣 Kevin Hollinrick 咧，佢咧就喺發言嘅時候咧就講到咧，其實喺背後嘅呢一座樓咧，已經係向住而家前邊示威嘅參與示威嘅人咧，參與示威數以千計人咧，其實都已經係喺度做緊一啲嘅識別嘅工作㗎啦。大家咧都已經係俾呢一座樓後邊嘅人咧，其實係影住嘅。咁而工黨政府咧都多番出錯啦，係希望咧可以批准咧係興建呢一個超級大使館，而呢一個嘅申請咧係必須要拒絕嘅。而佢咧係會用一切嘅方法繼續咧係反對起超級大使館呢一個計劃嘅。咁而跟住咧，自由民主黨嘅國會議員 Luke Taylor 咧，亦都上台發言。佢咧就話，其實自己咧一向咧都係非常支持咧係爭取自由民主嘅工作，自己亦都係咧香港人嘅盟友。個原因咧就因為大家都係人，而因為我哋亦都珍視民主同埋自由。唔理任何嘅代價咧，我哋都會繼續爭取，亦都知道咧好多香港人今日咧係需要蒙面出現呢一個集會參與呢個示威，係因為好多香港人其實都擔心咧喺中共之下嘅安全問題嘅。咁而國會入邊所有嘅同僚咧都應該要見到今日大家蒙住面都要出嚟嘅原因，而亦都需要正視咧跨境鎮壓呢個問題嘅。自由民主黨咧係會繼續支持香港人，亦都會繼續倡議一個公義和平嘅國際秩序。咁而隨後上台發言嘅咧就係喺倫敦塞陳區嘅國會議員，亦都係自由民主黨嘅成員 Bobby Dean。佢同時咧亦都係英國國會跨黨派香港小組嘅副主席。咁佢嘅形容咧就係話，其實工黨政府咧可以話係送咗一份大禮啊，去俾中國嘅，就係俾佢咧容許佢喺呢一度咧係起一個超級大使館。而實在呢一個嘅做法咧，係令到咧英國嘅國家安全係受到好大嘅威脅啦。咁亦都係唔尊重咧所有嘅國際法例嘅。咁佢希望咧大家係可以繼續倡議同埋高舉自由呢一個嘅做法。咁至於施志安呢，就係前保守黨主席施志安啦 ，Ian Duncan Smith， 佢喺最後發言嘅時候咧，亦都有講過， 佢一上台嘅時候就話啦，佢而家站喺呢一個地方呢，就正因為佢係支持維吾爾族人嘅自由而被中國政府制裁。咁喺呢座樓後邊嘅人呢，已經影住大家啦，將大家嘅樣呢係傳緊俾中共噶啦。佢唔明白點解英國政府明知中國政府咧係喺英國有秘密警崗，亦都做緊好多咧係影響住英國人每日生活嘅事，監視住每一個喺呢一度嘅留學生，但係咧都依然支持佢哋咧係喺呢一個選址嗰度咧，呢一個好有歷史價值嘅選址嗰度咧係去起超級大使館嘅。佢就話咧，如果英國政府仍然係相信中共嘅話咧，佢會覺得咧係不似英國政府嘅所為。而因為呢一個嘅大使館啦，佢好強調呢度係有一個好重要嘅歷史價值啦。另一方面咧，亦都有200個英國嘅居民咧係住喺呢一個係俾中方買咗嘅地方入邊嘅。咁英國政府係唔係就係唔理佢哋嘅反對聲音呢？咁啊，施志安就話啦，佢哋係會咧唔會放棄嘅，係會繼續咧反對興建超級大使館落去嘅。
They tell us there's not a problem. Everybody loves the Chinese. There's no people in the embassy or the CCP. There's no issues. We know there are issues. There's people here can tell you there are issues. They think there's no issues, but they're then putting politics.
歡迎各位觀眾繼續留翻喺綠豆頻道。今日喺皇家鑄幣廠舊址呢一度咧，我哋繼續有呢個直播㗎。咁就係呢一度嘅示威活動咧，已經舉行咗咧，就大約係超過半個鐘頭㗎啦。剛才咧亦都有幾位嘅國會嘅下議院啦，同埋上議院嘅議員咧，係輪流嘅去發言，去表達翻咧佢哋喺呢一個咧反對中國喺呢一度咧即係重置超級使館嘅嗰一個立場嘅。咁今日咧倫敦警察廳呢一邊嗰個部署咧，就明顯咧就比2月8號嗰一次咧係緊密咗，同埋咧就相對咧佢都係有封路嘅措施啊。咁啊，之前咧2月8號嗰一次咧，佢就原本就只係咧喺鑄幣廠門口嗰一個位啦，嗰一個嘅行人路嗰個位咧就劃咗示威區。咁但係嗰個位咧實在太細啦，所以咧嗰一次咧其實有好多人咧都係冇辦法入到示威區。咁跟住咧就要喺例如出邊嘅而家喺我後邊嘅呢個嘅黃格啦、馬路啊等等呢啲地方咧就去停留，咁啊令到咧當時咧交通都有癱瘓到嘅。咁啊今日咧喺呢個警方咧就喺呢一個嘅鑄幣廠嘅左手邊啦嚇，即係喺我而家大家我嘅右手邊嚇，即係呢個熒光幕嘅左手邊嗰一度咧，就係封咗咧嗰一段嘅 Mansell Street 嘅。咁大家所以而家都見到咧，有好多人群咧都係聚集嗰度啦。咁本來咧嗰一度咧係有一條咧即係南北向嘅一個走向嘅一條嘅馬路，咁今日咧都係封咗。咁啊，剛才咧喺嚟到現場嘅時候咧，咁啊呢度嘅警方咧，亦都咧係 派發咗一啲嘅單張咧，就係俾參加即係示威嘅人啊，同埋記者都有嘅。咁啊喺我手上嘅呢一張啦，咁咧就係有中文啦同埋英文啦嚇兩邊雙語咧，就係提到咧今日咧就係大家咧就需要喺咧即係呢一個嘅地圖上邊紅色嘅呢一個地方，咁咧就係鑄幣廠嘅西側啦嚇，即係左手邊咧嗰一個地方聚集。咁就根據翻咧係英國公共秩序法嘅第12同埋14條，咁就係對於呢一個嘅今日嘅呢一個嘅集會示威咧施加咗限制，就係咧所有嘅集會人士啦都要咧係企喺呢一個嘅指定嘅區域裏邊。咁若果有違反嘅話咧，警方咧係可以咧係作出呢一個嘅拘捕同埋之後嘅一啲檢控嘅。咁啊，暫時見到咧就因為咧警方就喺呢一個嘅 Mansell Street 嗰個位咧就封路啦，咁啊人群亦都聚集咗喺嗰一邊，咁變咗咧喺Tower Hill 呢一個呢一個嘅交匯處呢一度咧無論係即係東西向嘅行車線啦，同埋咧呢度來往翻去塔橋嗰一邊嘅南北行線咧，暫時咧都係暢通嘅。咁啊呢個交通情況咧就比咧係上一次比較好。咁而喺例如我而家身處呢個位置咧，就並非咧就係叫做指定嘅示威集會地點啦。咁所以如果咧當有一啲嘅行人啦、一啲嘅人士啦，企咗喺呢度嘅時候咧，其實警方都會同佢哋即係講聲話，你哋唔好留喺度太耐咯，因為咧呢一個位咧並唔係指定嘅示威地點。咁如果你哋留得太耐嘅話咧，佢咧就可以咧根據翻呢一個嘅公共秩序法咧，係即係施加呢一個嘅逮捕嘅咁樣嚇。咁啊，亦都今日其實見到咧就係嚟到嘅警車數目都比上一次多啦嚇。咁啊，而家喺呢一個地方都見到咧，就大約都有最少咧係10架警車喺度布防嘅。咁啊，今次呢一個嘅警方呢一個嘅安排咧，咁啊令到嗰啲示威者咧就全部入晒同一個區域，咁就避免咗咧上一次咧嗰一個嘅混亂嘅情況。咁啊，雖然交通上面咧都有少少嘅阻滯啦嚇，因為佢其實某一啲行車線咧，可能係由塔橋嗰個方向過翻嚟Tower Hill嗰度，原本咧佢係北行咧有3線嘅，咁啊最右嗰條線咧都係封咗。咁就得翻2線啫。咁啊，但係暫時見到就車輛咁啊，平時例如星期6嘅時候咁啊，都係相對都係比較多車㗎啦。咁啊，今日嘅情況咧都係差唔多。咁但係總算咧就冇咧係2月8號嗰一次嘅示威嗰一日咧，就係東西南北嗰一個嘅交匯點啦嚇，嗰一個嘅交通咧都係一個癱瘓。咁大家見到咧，就係有一啲嘅人士啦，都係喺一個非指定嘅，即係並非指定示威區嘅區域咧去聚集。咁啊，警方都有一啲嘅勸喻啦，咁啊，亦都有一啲嘅少少嘅理論啦嚇，即係都係少少嘅插曲啫嚇，即係唔算係一啲乜嘢嘅衝突嘅。咁啊，較早前就有一位嘅講操普通話嘅男子啦，就喺呢個示威區入邊咧，就係俾其他嘅集會人士就話咧，就係佢就影嗰啲集會人士嘅大頭相咁樣，咁啊一度咧都有啲起哄咁樣，咁啊後嚟嗰一個嘅男士就即係嗰位操普通話嘅男士一度想離開啦，咁但係被現場嘅集會者咧就係拉住咗，咁啊要求佢咧就將手機上邊頭先所去拍攝嘅一啲嘅相片啊同埋影片咧都去刪除，咁啊後嚟嗰位嘅講普通話嘅男人啦，亦都即係照跟啦，咁亦都現場嘅集會人士咧，亦都俾咗一啲嘅標語啦、橫額佢啦、一啲旗幟啦，咁啊要求佢咧就係即場咧就係去舉起，同埋咧去揮動，咁啊現場亦都有人咧去影低即係佢嘅即係當時嘅一啲舉動嘅咁樣嚇。咁啊呢度嘅報道咧暫時係咁多先，咁我哋一直咧就會喺度跟進住咧係示威嘅情況嘅，稍後再見。
And those who think that they are going to gain something by becoming allies of the CCP, they will not see a penny of that promised money. They will only see the suffering that they themselves have caused. We must not allow that to happen. But there is a second reason that needs to be spoken about, my friends. And that reason is this unity within the free world. This unity within the West. Look what what's going on in terms of politics nowadays. My friends, I am emotional about the situation. I apologize, but it's difficult not to be. The free world is eating itself apart. They're demanding apologies. They're demanding bootlicking in front of the rest of the free world. What kind of a leader demands another leader to keep saying thank you, thank you, thank you? What kind of a leader...
咁正話咧喺幾位政界人物咧係發言之後咧，其實喺台上咧亦都有係塔村嘅居民代表咧曾經上台發言嘅。咁包括咧就係皇家鑄幣廠居民協會嘅代表啦，同埋聖 Catherine Dock 嘅代表嘅。佢哋其實咧都有表示咧，就係如果係喺皇家鑄幣廠舊址呢一度去起中國嘅超級大使館嘅話咧，佢哋都非常之擔心安全同埋居民私隱嘅問題，亦都咧非常之強調咧，就係皇家鑄幣廠舊址呢個地方咧係唔應該起任何嘅大使館㗎。佢哋話咧，塔村咧係一個和平嘅社區，亦都係一個咧係居住嘅居民嘅地區。咁同所有而家現場嘅示威者一樣啦，佢哋都係咧反對起超級大使館，亦都咧堅決係會反對到底嘅。
We need to know their stories. We need to know what they've been through. Because, my friends, if the CCP continues to expand around this world with their soft power, the hard power will not be far behind. As a Ukrainian, my friends, today I'd like to perhaps show you a slightly different perspective of the CCP. And that is their colonialism in Russia. Right now, Russia is a colony of the CCP. Right now, Russia does the bidding of Xi Jinping in Europe. And make no mistake, it's not just Russia. Look what's going on in Hungary. The CCP police can do as they please in Hungary. If somebody sanctioned by the CCP goes to Hungary, the CCP can capture them there. Do we want such a situation here in London? Do we want no place in the world to be safe from the CCP? So my message today, my friends, once again, as these gentlemen who spoke before me and these have spoken also, my message today is unity. Unity to those people on this earth who share the same value, the same desire for freedom of speech, for basic decency in their existence. Rights that the CCP sees as trash. Rights that Russia is physically attacking as we speak. Rights that Trojan horses like Hungary allow to be dilapidated beyond recognition. And what next? After we accept this money for this fortress to be built here, or nay, it is not us, is it? It is the politicians who will accept that money. It will not go to the pocket of your average Brit. It will go to the pocket of the politicians. We must put as much pressure as possible so that they do not feel like they will get away with this. So that they will know that there will be consequences to their actions. We will make sure to remember what they have done, and we will make sure to hold.
搭呢個就係你搭呢個。
共青嗰層有咩？嗰度。
Lastly, my friends, I'd like to... exchange of the dilapidations of the rights of their people. We will not be silent, we will speak as long as we have the voice. The rights of the people of Hong Kong. And my friends, I'd like to let you know that you're always welcome. Just like many Ukrainians have come here today, you're always welcome to join us also. Because your fight is our fight, and your victory is our victory. So feel free to join us at 10 Downing Street on Wednesdays at 6 and Sundays at 3. If you like, we will always let you have your own words spoken there too. Because it's very important that everybody in the world sees that we are not in a local struggle. We are in a global struggle between the free world and the enslaved world. And people do not have the luxury to stay on the sidelines and say I'm not involved and say I'm not a politician. When the boot of the CCP comes crashing into your throat, it will be far too late. Now is the time to speak. I just muted myself there. But indeed, now is the time to speak, my friends. And it's truly, this situation can be compared to a metaphor. A man comes with a knife and puts it to your throat. And he says, I'm not going to cut you. And you say, well, why do you have this knife at my throat? And then he says, when you see blood, then you know that I'm up to no good. Then you can stop me. Well, my friends, when you see blood, when blood starts flowing, it will be too late. Now is the time. All together, we will win. 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 Stop the CCP. 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 Thank you.
Fight for freedom, stand with Ukraine. All together we will win. All together we will win. Fight for freedom. Fight for freedom. Fight for freedom. Okay, and we have another Ukrainian activist today for the speech.
Hello, my name is Ayman and I am from Donetsk, Ukraine. I have been refugee in the UK for the last 5 years. I am here to speak about colonialism, common colonial history that Russia and China have. I here with two flags, Ukrainian flags and flags of Free Chechen Republic of Ichkeria that was destroyed by Russia in Actually, Russia attacked Chechnya when Soviet Union collapsed and Chechnya became independent, just like Ukraine, even before Ukraine. Russia attacked independent Chechnya in 1994, and then the Western government was thinking that we need just go or compromise with Russia. The same way that they're now thinking that they need to compromise with China, with CCP, despite what CCP is doing with Uyghurs, with people of Tibet, with people of Hong Kong. The history is repeating itself. And despite the Chechnya win, first Russian-Chechen war in 1997, when Vladimir Putin came to power, he attacked Chechnya again in 1999 and created an authoritarian regime there, in Chechnya. In Chechnya, you could be detained, put to prison, and tortured just literally for anything. For be true religious Muslim, for be not Sufi, for be atheist, for reading prohibited books, for listening to prohibited music, or just because your child made some joke in social media, or just afraid for statistics. The same is going on now with Uyghur people in Eastern Turkestan, for the same reasons, and moreover, there are a long history.
各位綠島嘅觀眾，歡迎大家咧繼續去收睇住我哋喺倫敦皇家鑄幣廠舊址，亦都即係咧係中國計劃喺呢一度起超級使館嘅現場。今日咧去直播呢一個嘅示威活動嘅。咁我哋而家身處嘅位置咧就係喺今日警方劃出嗰一個嘅示威區啦，嗰一個嘅地方啦。喺呢個地方咧就係呢條叫Mansell Street 啦。咁啊上一次嘅集會嘅時候咧，警方就並冇咧係特別咧係將呢個地方咧係去有封鎖㗎。咁啊最初就只係劃出咗行人路嗰一個嘅位置咧係去俾示威人士聚集。咁啊上一次就因為人數太多啦，咁所以好多人咧都係逼咗出去咧係呢一個嘅馬路出邊，咁啊造成咗一啲混亂同埋交通嘅癱瘓嘅。咁啊今日就警方就好明顯嗰個部署就同上一次好唔同啦。咁啊喺而家大家熒光幕見到嘅呢一個位置咧，就係南北行嘅行車線呢，就有一段呢就係封咗，咁亦都係讓到咧示威人士咧都係集中喺呢一度。咁而喺再出少少啦嚇，喺鏡頭遠少少嘅位置咧，一路如果向南邊咁去行咧，其實就已經係去到呢一個嘅 Tower Bridge， 即係塔橋嗰一個位。咁如果係轉去右手邊咧，即係向西行咧，就會去到 Tower Hill 啦，呢個 Tower of London 啦，倫敦塔嘅嗰一邊Tower Hill 地鐵站嗰個位置。咁喺上一次嘅2月8號嗰一次嘅集會咧，大會咧就公布咧嗰一個嘅集會人數咧，大約就係4000人。咁而倫敦警察廳喺之後有關呢一個嘅超級使館規劃嗰一個聽證會上面咧，亦都透露過咧，佢哋當日嘅評估咧，大約係有3500人喺呢一度嘅。咁啊，頭先都講過啦嚇，喺2月中旬嗰一個嘅聽證會入邊咧，塔村市議會咧就係撤回咗佢哋原本反對嗰一個立場。咁最主要嘅原因咧，就係因為咧，倫敦警察廳咧就撤回咗嗰一個反對。咁而最初市議會反對嗰個原因咧，就係基於倫敦警察廳嗰個反對啊。咁啊，既然當警方都已經不再反對嘅時候咧，塔村市議會咧就話咧，如果佢哋繼續去堅持呢一個嘅反對立場咧，就會係一種不負責任嘅一種嘅做法。咁所以佢哋都係有少少迫於無奈地，亦都冇乜得選擇啦，係嘅情況之下咧，就係要去撤回呢一個反對。咁啊，倫敦警察廳咧，亦都喺聽證會上邊咧都有提到咧，當時喺去年嘅12月嘅時候咧，佢哋係攞到中方有一份咧喺2022年去委託顧問公司所做嘅報告。咁個報告嘅其中一個重點咧，就係關於究竟若果日後超級使館喺呢一度重置嘅話，如果有示威活動嘅時候，大約可以喺呢一度可以係即係容納到幾多人咧咁。咁嗰一份嘅報告就提到啦，經過即係重新評估計算之後咧，就話喺呢一個皇家鑄幣廠舊址，即係如果係圍住佢嘅行人路嘅地方嘅空間，所謂計算咧，大約係可以容納到2000人左右嘅。咁啊，倫敦警察廳係睇咗呢份報告之後咧，咁佢哋都係作過呢個實際評估。咁佢哋嘅評估咧，其實都係再去睇翻就係話，佢哋去估計啦嚇，若果日後有示威活動嘅時候咧，其實好多時都好似例如今日啦，又或者係2月8號嗰一次嘅集會咁樣，大部分嘅人咧都會企咗喺咧正門附近嗰個位置。咁所以咧，2000人咧，其實呢一個數字咧，倫敦警察廳咧佢並不完全接納㗎嚇。佢哋最後去評估過就係，如果喺即係門口正門嗰個位置唔影響交通嘅狀況之下咧，大約可以企到500人咁上下。咁但係500人呢個數字咧，無論係2月8號嗰次集會啦，定係今日呢個集會啦嚇。雖然今日咧大會係即係暫時係未公布嗰一個嘅實際嗰個人數啦，咁但係我哋喺現場去睇到啦，呢一個站而家Mansell Street 呢一個位封咗，再 去翻鑄幣廠正門嗰一個位咧，其實夾埋咧就都應該即係個人數係唔止500人嘅。咁即係話咧，如果有一個咁嘅規模嘅集會嘅時候咧，警方係必須要咧，例如好似今次咁，佢將其中一段嘅路馬路就會封閉，先至可以去容納到呢一啲人，否則咧大家例如即係以前咁如果大家有一啲遊行集會嘅經驗，都會知道咧，你去集會嘅時候，通常你都唔會去到人哋嘅後門啊，或者即係側邊嘅地方，通常你都係希望喺即係正門嗰個所謂大台嘅位置越靠近就越好咁樣。咁啊呢一個位咧，其實大家而家鏡頭就望唔到啦即係如果呢一個鏡頭，大家可以想像得到喺個鏡頭嘅左手邊，大約唔夠100米嘅地方咧，其實嗰度就已經係民居嚟㗎啦。即係喺我哋星期5嘅時候啦，喺綠豆咧，其實都出咗有一個嘅報道啦，去訪問翻咧係皇家鑄幣廠舊址呢一個位有一啲嘅居民。咁佢哋咧就係其實咧大家而家可以我哋而家將個鏡頭啦即係 pan 去左手邊啦大家而家見到咧喺鏡頭嘅右下方有幾架警車啦，咁而隔離呢一度咧就係鑄幣廠舊址呢一個位啦。再前翻少少如果大家去望到有一個咧，好似有啲係棚架咁樣去搭住嗰個位咧，其實嗰個位就已經係民居嚟嘅如果大家有去睇翻綠豆喺星期5嘅時候播出嘅一條嘅影片啦我哋都訪問咗咧係其中一位嘅居民，咁佢咧正就係住喺而家大家見到係藍色布嗰一座嘅建築物嗰度，咁嗰度其實就係民居嚟嘅嗰度都有即係幾十戶喺入邊居住。咁喺嗰一條片段當中咧，都有去展示翻啦。其實喺嗰一個嘅即係 complex 啦即係嗰一個嘅區域入邊啦，嗰個嘅花園咧，其實同翻鑄幣廠嗰個嘅距離咧係咫尺之隔嘅啫相當之近嘅。居民去接受我哋訪問嘅時候咧，即係佢自己都擔心就係話，如果到時呢個中國嘅駐英大使館真係重置咗喺呢一度嘅話，咁佢哋如果喺個花園嗰度去做一啲嘢啦即係普普通通去行下或者處理下啲植物啊、花草啊，或者甚至影下相啊咁樣會唔會又會被到時一啲使館人員係去懷疑究竟佢哋係做啲乜嘢嘅即係姿態或者乜嘢嘅動作啊咁樣咧咁。咁呢一個亦都係即係令到居民係會比較係擔心嘅一樣嘢。另外就係話，雖然即係到時如果真係重置嘅話，而家嘅民居又會唔會係需要搬走咧？咁即使要搬走，到時係會俾到有即係居民有一個嘅例如安置費用啊等等嘅時候，咁佢哋都講到啦。如果喺倫敦呢個地方，佢哋要繼續留翻喺倫敦嘅地方，佢要再揾另一個地方去居住嘅時候，嗰一個嘅賠償金額又係唔係佢哋可以即係足夠去揾到另一個地方居住呢？又或者係咪可以而家佢哋本身住嗰個地方面積又好，或者個地區又好，可以去揾到一個咁合適嘅地方呢？咁佢哋都係有呢個嘅擔心。呢度呢，就暫時嚟講，頭先都有一啲唔同嘅組織係上台發言啦。咁頭先有一啲係烏克蘭嘅代表啦，咁亦都有一啲呢係在英港人組織啦，陸陸續續咧都會繼續喺度發言嘅。咁我哋繼續會喺皇家鑄幣廠舊址呢個現場咧，繼續同大家睇住今日集會嘅情況嘅。稍後再同大家見面。
This government must reject this embassy proposal. The UK cannot play to stand while handing state-sanctioned criminals a base for reflection. But regime that is committing them should not ground its substance. It should face justice. As the Labour government has always said, to stand for human dignity and justice, now is the time to prove. To the UK government we say, do not betray the values you claim to uphold. To the people of Britain we say, stand with us in stopping this mega embassy before it becomes a mega spying center. To the CCP we say, you will not silence us, you will not intimidate us, and you will never erase us. We will not be silent. We will not allow the Chinese government to extend its reach here in the UK. We will continue to fight for freedom, dignity, and justice for Uyghurs, for Tibetans, for Hong Kongers, and all those who refuse to live under the shadow of tyranny. Thank you. Together we stand. Together we resist. Together we will win. No mega embassy. No transnational repression. Thank you.
Next will be from Human Representation from the Uprising Day, National Manchester, Humanitarian Uprising Day.
Once again, we are outside the royal meeting of Singapore, so the next embassy government. This protest is not just about me or you. This is about all of us. Your parliamentary and commitment, resilience, and purpose together. We stand together as one country of all the demands of unity. And we all know that the political police and the Indian council all need to be open and sustainable. No people and the protest. Local residents and thousands of British protecting it. We are here to prove their first decision was correct. But due to the government interference, CCP pressure, after the Chancellor of Exchequer visit to China, the Metropolitan Police have changed their mind. Their objective has been removed by saying instead and use those to bring thousands of protesters. On February 8th, during our protest, we have proved it. The roads are closed. Road traffic is standstill. 70 car parks are overflow. Police failed to contain the protesters in the designated protest area. Consulted with the police presence confirmed this is a care for their safety and security. So the left position of the space can fit thousand protesters is wrong. National security is the first duty of the government. The Royal Meeting Court is not suitable for Chinese mega embassy for security, geopolitical and cyber security reasons. Proper Chinese embassy government at the Royal Meeting Court site pose a great threat to national security, public security, local community stability, and East London. Labour government should prioritize interest of the British citizen, integrity of London's cultural landscape, and safety. CCP
In that part, UK government has breached the pledge to cooperation with Chinese politics. Yet again, Europe is giving over with those Chinese countries. The UK government has one road.
and section 14 conditions, liable to arrest, okay? Go that way first. Yeah, to the photo that way. Yeah?
The Chinese government has said there's going to be an exhibition centre. It will be about 50 million for the Monetary Foundation. That's all they'll speak. They will borrow right down 60 or 70 feet with enormous walls to build whatever they're going to do in secrecy. Why does China need the largest embassy in Europe? Here, opposite the City of London, the world's third biggest mansion. And when I say opposite, there's a great wall behind you, because that's the boundary of the city. This is how Hamlet attacks the city. Why do they want that gigantic embassy? Sorry. With the security, with the cables, with the lights, why do they want it here? But then not only that, what about our legal and problems we have? When it came to the council meeting, those of us who opposed it were allowed to speak for 3 minutes a day. We discovered that the people from the Royal Mint Estates, social housing, overwhelming Bangladeshi had no opportunity to speak. So a gallant speaker abandoned her speech and delivered the speech of the chair, Mr. Ali, of the Royal Mint Tenants and Residents Association of Europe. That is what we have been through. But all the time we face the problems. Let us ask another question. How come on the first planning application the police had no comment? But when it came to the meeting last year, the police turned up in full uniform, etc., explaining the problems they were with maintaining demonstrations, and then suddenly, after GSR had his telephone call with the President of China, the police suddenly decided there was no problem based on a document that had come to their attention. Now, where did the document come from? It was in the 2022 application, and it was by consultants employed by the government of China. So the police, the Metropolitan Police, withdrew
杯食晒。
Nice, move a little bit faster across the road, please. Keep moving a bit faster, please. Keep moving, guys, come on, faster, please. Off the road. Right, sir, you'll have to move further onto the road, please. Further onto the road, block everyone. Move.
嘅人嘅價值觀 觀民主、人權、自由係好一致嘅。不過我哋受得共產黨多，英國人未免太多受過，所以我哋好多時候佢哋唔知道嚴重性，所以我哋覺得我哋有責任、有能力、有權利、有義務去提醒我哋好朋友、好同事、好鄰居，共產黨係乜嘢嘢？共產黨係點樣邪惡？我相信呢個英國一個自由民主嘅國家係唔應該同呢個邪惡嘅全世界最大嘅獨裁者去做所謂嘅親密伙伴。大哥係咪啊？我唔少康再次多謝大家嚟，因為大家嚟，我喺政協會先有力量；大家嚟，我喺地區議會先有力量；大家嚟，我哋香港人喺英國先有力量。當中共破壞咗我哋香港嘅家園，我哋辛辛苦苦嚟到英國，但係中共而家想佢嘅手兜過成個地球，想喺英國搞壞英國嘅家園。我哋要同英國人一齊去堅持民主、人權、自由、公義嘅價值。We will never surrender. Let me say something in English. I'm Andy Hong, the former councillor in Hong Kong and a current working borough councillor. This week, I have proposed a motion, which I hope will pass on Tuesday. Make Birmingham the first council in the country to pass a motion opposing the Chinese super embassy. We hope we can set an example, and that more council will follow. We hope to raise awareness of the issue in society because I know that when the people become aware of the national security problem, aware of the overseas policing, and aware of what the Chinese dictator is planning, we will all stand together and say no to this plan. Thank you for everyone who comes today, from London to Reading, from Birmingham to Manchester. No matter the color of your skin, no matter what language you speak, we must work together. Together we are strong. Together we will win. No matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it may be, we will never surrender. Fight for freedom. Save the Congo. Go for Hong Go for Hong 多謝大家。
And the next is former Wanchai District Councillor from the Assembly of Citizens Representative Hong Kong。我係而家喺塔橋，因為有一個好多嘅塔橋導賞團，剛剛有幾個導賞團嘅朋友，亦都有本地其他嘅旅遊嘅人士，正就係喺塔橋嘅行人路，剛剛係塞爆咗嘅行人路嘅。我哋歡迎大家可以繼續去塔橋導賞，我哋去影相去導賞。
Off the road! You two off the road!
Yeah, I pushed it there.
Guys, no standing still. Walk now. Walk now. Everyone.
We know how to manipulate all the free societies mechanisms to actually take our freedom away eventually. That's quite clear. And I think this this Royal Mint site for the mega embassy proposal was to review this national security risk because we already know to use all the cables underneath, and we know how the hit vision security cameras all over the UK is actually stealing the big data from our every residents. Anyone, any person, literally walking on the roof. I think it's exactly like
各位綠島嘅觀眾，歡迎大家咧繼續去收睇我哋嘅直播啦。咁我哋而家就係喺倫敦皇家鑄幣廠舊址，亦都係咧中國計劃喺呢一度起超級使館嘅地方咧舉行嘅集會現場嘅。咁咧頭先咧就係輪流咧都有唔同嘅組織啦去上台發言啦。咁啊啱啱喺大約5分鐘之前咧就有係前香港區議員咁嚟到英國，亦都係成為咗咧係市議會議員嘅吳兆康咧就係上台發言嘅。咁啊，吳兆康佢而家咧就係Wokingham呢一個嘅地方議會嘅議員啦。咁頭先佢喺發言嗰度咧就提到咧，自從2月8號上一次嘅集會之後咧，佢係覺得咧就係感覺得到咧，亦都係嗰個地區上邊咧有好多本地嘅英國人咧，其實都知道咗呢一件事。咁加上有好多嘅唔同嘅媒體啦去報導啦，令到咧就算之前係唔知道有關呢一單新聞嘅一啲本地人啦，亦都係咧係明白咗係更加多嘅。咁啊，佢亦都頭先提到咧，就係即將咧會喺咧佢所屬嘅Wokingham議會咧，會有一個嘅議案就係去表決。咁就會係關於咧係反對中國喺呢一個地方，即係皇家鑄幣廠舊址呢一度咧興建大使館嘅議案。咁佢就講到就係話咧，呢個咧將會係咧全英國第一個咧係反對中國超級使館議案嘅呢個地方議會咧係去通過呢一個議案嘅。咁佢亦都同一時間咧係去希望啦，所有嘅係住喺英國唔同地方嘅香港人啦，都去同翻佢哋當區嘅市議員又好，又或者係國會議員都好咧，係去表達翻佢哋對於咧今次呢一個嘅中國打算喺鑄幣廠舊址呢一度咧係去興建使館嗰一個嘅反對嘅意願嘅。咁啊，佢亦都講過，即係引述翻啦最近一啲嘅民意調查啦，就係話咧本地人咧去反對興建呢一個嘅超級使館嘅即係受訪人數嘅比例咧，其實係遠超過即係贊成嘅。咁佢亦都呼籲在英嘅港人啦，同埋咧喺英國本地嘅居民咧，都係同聲去反對呢一樣嘢。咁啊，吳兆康提到啦，即係香港人過往呢幾年喺嚟，即係因為唔同嘅原因啦嚇，遷移到世界各地，咁亦都有好多人咧係嚟到英國，咁但係佢哋都唔希望咧嚟到英國之後咧係會即係受到一啲嘅例如係跨境鎮壓啦，或者係一啲嘅即係不必要嘅恐懼。咁所以佢就去希望所有嘅在英港人啦，都希望能夠去繼續去關注，繼續咧去參與呢一個咧反對中國超級使館重置嘅方案。咁啊，都可以同大家去講一講翻少少嘅背景啦。咁其實皇家鑄幣廠呢一度咧，大約喺上世紀嘅60年代咧，就已經即係停止運作啦，即係唔喺呢個地方就轉咗去另一個地方。咁啊，後嚟就去到大約係10年前左右啦。咁啊，原本個業主咧就係希望咧喺呢一個地方咧就係做一啲嘅活化，做一啲嘅重建嘅項目。咁啊，有集合咗係住宅啦，有商用啦，亦都係一啲休閒嘅設施。咁希望咧喺呢一個地方咧就係重新嘅規劃。咁但係去到2018年嘅時候咧，中國政府咧就用咗咧大約係2億5千萬英鎊咧，就將皇家鑄幣廠呢個地方咧就買咗翻嚟。咁佢哋當時咧就希望咧喺英國呢一度咧就去將現有喺英國嗰個嘅駐英國大使館重置啦，咁就搬到嚟呢一度啦。咁喺2021年嘅時候咧，佢哋係第一次咧就係提交呢一個方案。咁當時2021年仲係疫情啦，咁亦都當時仍然係保守黨去執政。咁當時嘅時任嘅首相咧就係約翰遜嘅。咁啊，當時保守黨政府就冇特別去將呢一樣嘅申請即係叫做擺喺一個比較認真考慮嘅議程嘅當中啦。咁但係去到上年7月，當工黨上台之後咧，中國當局咧就再一次咧係將呢一個嘅申請嘅方案咧就係提交出嚟。咁而喺其後啦，無論係英國嘅一啲嘅內閣成員啦，包括咗係 外相林德偉啦，同埋內政大臣顧以偉啦，佢哋都向翻咧規劃部門咧就係提到咧，就係話佢哋咧都係同意咧中國呢一個嘅重置使館方案。咁而喺上年年尾嘅時候，當首相施紀賢啦喺呢一個嘅 G20 峰會同咧中國國家主席習近平會面之後咧，施紀賢咧亦都去講過咧，就係同習近平去講翻啦，就係英國政府咧都會咧係去認真去對待中國去提出呢一件事。咁亦都喺隨後冇幾耐啦，亦都咧係委派咗咧係副首相韋亞蘭咧去叫做咧係介入咗呢一個嘅重置使館呢個計劃。咁即係換言之咧，無論係市議會又好，又或者係剛剛喺2月嘅時候完成咗呢個聽證會負責嘅規劃檢察專員最終嘅報告，究竟係點樣都好咧，其實工黨政府咧都有一個最終嗰個決定權，究竟俾唔俾中國喺呢一個地方咧係重置個使館嘅。咁呢個地方咧，如果係重置使館嘅話咧，嗰個嘅面積咧將會係目前咧中國駐英大使館嘅面積咧係有10倍嘅，會去到咧係70萬平方尺。咁而入邊咧，除咗有係辦公大樓之外啦，亦都有咧係超過200個宿位喺入邊。咁就係俾呢度嘅外交人員啦，同埋一啲即係到訪嘅人士咧去入住嘅。咁目前咧喺中國駐英國大使館咧嗰一個嘅外交人員編制咧，大約就係60人。咁如果重置去到呢個地方嘅話咧，嗰一個嘅人數咧係可以去到咧係超過200人。咁呢個數字咧就同翻咧現時咧係美國駐英國大使館嗰一個嘅數目咧差唔多嘅。咁而喺面積上面去計啦，如果中國喺呢個地方興建超級使館嘅話咧，佢除咗會係全英國最大嘅外國使館之外咧，亦都會係全歐洲咧最大嘅中國駐外嘅使館。咁當嗰個即係所以就呢一方面咧就引起咗即係唔少嘅團體啦，特別係一啲在英港人組織啦，一啲嘅西藏啊、台灣啊、維吾爾等等嘅組織咧，佢哋都有一啲嘅關注，亦都引起咗咧一啲嘅國會議員嘅關注。咁所以咧喺過去2月8號啦，同埋今日3月15號嘅2次集會當中咧，都有一啲嘅國會議員咧係嚟到咧係發言。咁主要咧大部分咧都係咧保守黨同埋咧係自由民主黨嘅國會議員嚟嘅。咁頭先咧係喺集會現場今日就畫咗而家大家鏡頭見到嘅呢個 Mansell Street 呢一段嘅街道嘅南北行線嘅方向，就俾呢個集會者去逗留啦。咁而家見到就其實有一啲嘅圍欄咧都已經係拆除咗㗎啦。咁亦都有部分嘅集會人士咧亦都離開咗現場。咁頭先亦都喺台上啦，有講廣東話嘅即係大會嘅主持啦，就係號召咧現場嘅集會人士咧就唔好淨係留喺呢一個嘅指定示威區，咁就亦都號召佢哋咧可以咧就去過馬路啦嚇，呢度喺呢一個嘅 Tower Hill 呢一個嘅交匯處嗰度過馬路。咁頭先亦都有啲人響應啊，咁亦都有一啲造成咗一少少嘅擠塞。咁剛才嘅時候咧，亦都有一段嘅時間咧，就係有10幾部嘅警車啦，就由塔橋嘅方向由南向北啦咁樣去駛過咧，就係去試圖咧就係阻截住一啲咧係過馬路嘅示威者，亦都一度咧係唔俾咧示威者咧喺近塔橋嗰一邊方向嗰一個嘅紅綠燈嗰度咧係過馬路嘅。咁後嚟去到而家咧就叫做開翻。咁喺集會咧其實都即將咧就結束㗎啦。而家就英國時間已經去到咧，就仲有大約6分零鐘咧已經去到下晝嘅5點鐘。咁觀乎翻即係今日啦，咁警方嗰個部署上咧，因為咧都將嗰啲嘅人群咧就集中咗喺咧呢一個嘅皇家鑄幣廠舊址嘅西側嗰一個嘅Mansell Street 嗰一個地方，咁亦都用圍欄去圍住咗啦。咁所以咧就並冇出現翻呢2月8號嘅時候咧，嗰啲人群咧係會行咗出馬路啦，走出黃格啦，咁而導致咧就係東西行嘅交通咧都阻塞嗰個情況嘅。咁之前咧就倫敦警察廳咧都去提過啦，佢哋咧係經過2月8號嗰一次經驗之後咧，佢哋係覺得即使好似有上一次嗰一個嘅 嗰一個嘅規模嘅人數去集結嘅時候咧，佢哋都可以能夠咧係去應付得到咁樣。咁今次咧就好明顯地咧，佢哋嗰一個部署就同上次好唔同啦。上一次咧，佢哋就主要就係將嗰啲嘅示威區咧，最初就係劃晒喺行人路嗰個地方，就並冇咧係封任何嘅馬路。咁啊，結果就啲人走晒出嚟啦。咁所以今次佢哋吸取嘅經驗之後咧，今次亦都有相關嘅安排。咁啊，盡量咧希望咧令到現場嗰個交通嗰個受影響咧減到最低。咁而今日咧就嗰個警車個數量亦都比上次多好多啦。上次現場即係記憶之中可能都係有幾架喺度，咁啊今日咧起碼都有10幾架喺現場，咁亦都有一啲咧就係現時咧泊咗喺咧呢一個嘅示威區對面馬路近呢一個 Tower of London 對面嗰一個嘅位置嗰度咁樣。咁啊集會都差唔多結束㗎啦，咁啊就仍然咧而家都有一批嘅即係有為數不少嘅示威者繼續留守啦。咁而家仍然係一啲嘅唔同嘅組織啦喺度發言嘅。咁啊就我哋繼續留意住現場嘅情況。
You can go down there, cross under the bridge, you can go round the other side of it, okay? Why are you interfering with my Article 10 and 14 rights? And I've warned you a couple of times now as well. You want to talk. You want to talk. Under what power are you interfering with my Articles 10 and 14 rights to demonstrate here today? Under what power? You're going to let me talk. Under what power? Are you going to tell me under what power? You've been warned a number of times.
Guys, can you take your distance?
Come back again.
We're trying to remove this mail. Can you just stay over there?
Are you wearing a Chinese flag? Under what powers are you interfering with my human rights? Stop shoving me.
Stop getting my personal space.
Fucking shoving me.
Right, stop
You're talking to me about personal space.
You're going to get yourself
You're
arrested.
talking to me about personal space.
You're going to get yourself
You're talking
Guys,
for what?
Well, listen.
For what? For what?
That way.
For exercising my Article 10 rights.
Go that way.
For what? Arrested for what?
Can you not raise your hand at me, please?
You're talking about me, about personal space.
Do not
touch me. Do not touch me, Sergeant.
Go that way. Come back that way, you're going to get arrested.
For what?
Breach of the peace.
For what? Can you define a
I'm going
breach
to
of the
walk
peace?
away because I'm not going to argue with you because I'm more adult than that. Alright?
Can you
Do not
define
come back.
a breach of the peace? Can you define a breach of the peace? Sergeant Nick Archer. Can you define a breach of the peace? No, you can't because you're an idiot, aren't you? You can't because you're stupid.
We told him not to move, and he went and pushed past us. It's all on camera. He pushed past us to try and move. Just stay there. On the stay on the Facebook. It's quite simple. We're holding a cordon here under section 9. We told him he tried to push through us. I told him he pushed through first. He pushed through us. He pushed through first. I didn't see it. I saw it. I felt
if you can make your way to Tower Hill Junction, Shorter Street, and right around that area there, I believe they'll have some use for you shortly. Thank you. 110 August, we've got Magnet 70 for you in that location. Thank you very much. It'll be obvious when they get there.
Ladies and gents, this crossing is shut. You need to disperse that way.
No one is crossing at this crossing. You have to go that direction.
You need to go that way, or Tower Hill is that way. So disperse that way.
You have to leave him that way or that way. No one is going there or there. You have to move behind you or to the right of you. I'm not going to make any decisions. If you choose to ignore these decisions, you're liable to arrest. Okay? Behind you or to the right of you. Those are your two options. No, this crossing is shut. Listen very carefully. No. I'm not going to make a decision. No. You'll have to find your own way around. Walk up that way.
Stop moving that way. Unfortunately, I don't make decisions. This is closed. You need to move that way. Or you can start moving that way, or you can go that way.
This is the opposite
我哋真係行邊個行？都係嘅，都係嘅。
China Embassy. We protest against the super state.
Which way we can leave? This way, this or this way? Which way? This, let me know.
Out the road up onto the pavement now. Okay.
But tell me which road I can leave.
We're just waiting for further instructions of where you're to go to keep you safe,
This
okay?
license won't let you go across the road.
We're trying to get people out the road to keep you safe. That's why we're standing in the road to keep you safe, okay?
You just got to wait for the people to leave a little bit, then we'll let you cross off if you're safety. No, don't cross that way, please.
Yes. Can't go that way. You'll be committing an offence if you cross this road. You'll be arrested. It's
各位錄低嘅觀眾，你哋好啊！歡迎大家咧嚟到英國倫敦皇家鑄幣廠舊址呢個地方。咁喺今日舉行嘅反對中國重置超級使館嘅示威咧，就喺英國時間5點鐘左右咧就完結啦。咁咧頭先都有唔少人啦，就係離開咗現場之後咧，就警方就指示佢哋咧就要兜去喺呢一個嘅鑄幣廠西側後邊有一條嘅小路咧，就係過就唔俾佢哋咧。就係經咧近塔橋嗰個方向嘅紅綠燈去過嘅。咁啊頭先喺安全島呢一個位置咧，大約都擾攘咗都有接近10分鐘嘅時間啦。因為警方就唔俾呢度嘅人咧係過去靠近咧 Tower of London 嗰一邊。咁亦都唔俾佢哋咧係過去另外一邊，就要佢哋只能夠咧向翻咧 Tower Hill 地鐵站嗰個方向咧去前進。咁啊見到而家就人群都開始就散咗唔少噶啦。咁啊亦都警方亦都頭先提到啦嚇，如果唔去遵守佢哋指示嘅話咧，係可能咧會被拘捕嘅。咁啊今日嘅集會咧就都歷時咗大約就2個鐘頭啦。咁之後續會係點樣咧？咁之前都講過啦，喺2月中旬嘅時候咧，聽證會完結之後咧，主持聽證會嘅規劃檢察專員施亞臣咧，佢稍後咧就會去提交一份嘅報告，咁主要咧就會係綜合翻喺聽證會上邊去表達不同立場嘅人嘅意見，咁而最後咧，施亞臣咧就會喺個報告當中咧係作出一個嘅結論，一個建議，咁就可以係一個支持啦，可以係反對啦，又或者係有條件支持中國喺皇家鑄幣廠舊址呢一度興建呢一個嘅使館啊，即係佢關於佢一個建議。咁但係佢呢一個嘅報告咧就並冇一個約束力嘅，因為咧工黨政府咧就已經咧係委派咗咧副首相韋亞蘭啦去全權咧係去介入呢件事。咁即係話咧韋亞蘭去睇呢份報告嘅時候咧，佢可以係作為一個參考。咁但係最後究竟佢係咪依從翻個報告本身嘅建議去做咧？咁樣咁其實工黨政府本身係佢可以係唔需要去理會嘅，最後佢有一個最後嘅決定嘅。 咁所以咧就一般嚟講咧都未知道究竟工黨政府幾時會有呢一個決定。咁但係相信咧喺今年嘅上半年咧，好有可能咧係韋亞蘭咧會有呢一個決定嘅。咁稍後會唔會再有一啲在英港人嘅組織或者其他嘅組織會繼續策劃一啲嘅示威活動啦，或者係反對呢一個興建使館嘅方案啦？咁我哋會繼續咧同大家留意住㗎。好多謝今日大家咧喺綠豆呢一個直播咧係陪住我哋，亦都感謝大家咧係一路落嚟咧係支持綠豆。之後如果呢一個嘅事態繼續有其他發展嘅話咧，我哋會繼續為大家跟進嘅。大家可以留意我哋一啲嘅唔同嘅一啲嘅影片啦，或者如果之後仲有一啲大型嘅公眾活動嘅話咧，我哋都係會適時為大家報導嘅。今日嘅時間嚟到呢一度，咁麻煩大家咧都要記得繼續支持綠豆啦，要繼續訂閱綠豆嘅頻道啦，同埋用唔同嘅方式咧去支持綠豆，我哋繼續去運作，去將英國啦同埋香港嘅新聞咧去帶俾大家嘅。今日時間嚟到呢一度啦，喺度同大家講聲再見。